the girl who solved a 300-year-old math problem. For over 300 years, one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in mathematics had puzzled the greatest minds of the world. The problem, first proposed by the French mathematician Pierre de Fermat in 1637, was simple in its statement, but its solution was anything but. Fermat's last theorem claimed that no three positive integers a, b, and c can satisfy the equation a quad n plus bn equals c quad n for any integer value of n greater than 2. Despite Fermat's assertion, no one could prove it until a young girl, barely a teenager, made history. It all started in a quiet town, where this curious young girl named Sophie spent her days solving problems that most adults couldn't even begin to understand. She had always been fascinated by numbers, often spending hours studying the great mathematical theories of the past. One day, while flipping through an old math book, Sophie stumbled upon Fermat's last theorem. Intrigued, she decided to try her hand at solving it. At first, Sophie faced the same barriers that had stopped brilliant minds for centuries. She had no formal training in advanced mathematics, but what she lacked in experience, she made up for in determination. For months, she worked tirelessly, poring over textbooks, scribbling equations, and drawing diagrams. Her room became a laboratory of sorts, filled with papers covered in intricate calculations and theories. Then, one night, while staring at a particularly stubborn equation, something clicked. It wasn't a grand breakthrough at first. It was a small realization, a tiny insight into the nature of numbers that had eluded mathematicians for centuries. Sophie adjusted her approach and began to build on her discovery. Slowly, the pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. By the time she was 14, Sophie had done what many thought was impossible. She had cracked Fermat's last theorem. With a deep breath, she shared her proof with the world. The mathematical community was stunned. How had this young girl, with no formal training, solved a problem that had defied the greatest minds for centuries? Sophie's discovery was not just a triumph of intellect. It was a testament to the power of curiosity, perseverance, and the belief that no problem is too big, no mystery too complex for those who dare to dream. Help the channel grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing.